Somebody asked me what were my thoughts on Marathon. Yo, shout out to Prime.
Only fans before Selena sees this.
Shout out to Prime and shout out to Jammo Heart with the subs. I appreciate you.
I resubscribe to beating Robin's ass.
PS5 price going up. The PS5 price is going up. Lucky for you, I got 2 PS5s in the back I still need to give away. Maybe, I was thinking next month, maybe I'll give one away. But yeah, some people in the chat were asking me what's my thoughts on Marathon. For those unaware, Marathon is the new game from Bungie, the creators of Destiny as well as Halo. They've got a new game coming out. It's a reboot of their first ever game, Marathon.
Your resub just reminded me of the resub from Poison Ivy.
I've seen like some pictures, but I have not seen much. Yo, shout out to Grizzy with the sub. I've seen some pictures on social media, but I haven't seen any gameplay or nothing like that. I saved it for the stream. They revealed it on a Saturday, and I had to do my taxes. I wasn't streaming, not for Marathon. Yo, shout out to Mr. Loudy and Quick Thinking 99 with the subs. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, the Twitch chat is out, it's shining, y'all. Where them super chats at, YouTube? Don't let them outshine y'all. So yeah, we're gonna get into it. I got the gameplay reveal trailer, then I got a gameplay overview, and then as well as like some articles and stuff like that. The reviews on it are negative from what I've seen. Yeah, I've seen some mixed reviews on social media. People weren't all that impressed, but I saved it so we could do actually a raw reaction to it. So let's check out their new first-person shooter. Let's see what Bungie's cooking up. Marathon, ladies and gentlemen. Bungie. I'm not gonna lie, I already don't like the character designs. Like, the colors are cool. I'm all for like vibrancy, but I don't like the character designs. Gunplay looks tight though. The gunplay looks really tight. I mean, but it's Bungie. I expect good gunplay. They got Ash from Apex.
Death. The end of all things.
Reminds me of the finals. I can see that.
But the dream is not over. My dream.
So they got some 90s hacker shit going on. 80s movies type shit.
Run.
Is the frame rate supposed to drop? What's up with these Lego character designs? Half the characters look like Ash from Apex, and the other half look like, they don't even look like Legos. Y'all know what Mega Blocks are?
One loyal fan base.
Yo, shout out to Black Neji. If you don't know what Mega Blocks are, Legos for poor people. These characters look like Mega Blocks. I also don't really understand what's going on outside of the shooting.
Loyal to you as Harley.
Shout out to Overlord with the sub. Appreciate it.
Why do people resubscribe to the idea of Shadow having a BBC? Only Sonic wields that type of power.
Where's Titanfall 3? Titanfall has nothing to do with Bungie. There's definitely going to be probably mad skins in this. That's why it's really vibrant. But can I be honest with y'all? Like my first impressions based off that trailer.
Thanks for resubscribing. This should be enough money for TBH.
I guess, like,
from Dr. Eggman.
Didn't really do anything for me. It didn't really move me. I don't love it. I don't hate it. If I can get a free, I'm not gonna lie. I'm already putting this in the bracket. This depends on me playing this depends on when this comes out. If there are a bunch of games to play come this fall, coming out around the same time as this, I'm not playing this game. I felt the same, not impressed. Like, I don't love it, I don't hate it. Like, but I'm open to trying it. I'll say that much. Because maybe the gunplay is really good.
Love when you poor people.
Yo, shout out to Bob Fresh with the gifted subs. Appreciate it.
Why he runs around in a Party City costume at night instead of donating his wealth to helping the peons of Gotham.
It's not free. It's Bungie. Of course it's not free. Destiny didn't become free until like 10 years later. I know you niggas just started playing it yesterday, but it didn't become free until like 10 years later, guys. Destiny was a paid game for the most part. Well, it was free when I tried it. All right, so that's the initial reveal. I'm kind of mad so far, not too impressed. But LOL, the Destiny community is mad because they took effort and funding from Destiny 2 to make this. I'm not gonna judge too hard because they have a 5-minute gameplay overview. So maybe we'll get some more deeper insight from the developers to help us better understand. Yo, shout out to Blackout Boy 2K with the sub. Appreciate it. Coming out the same day as Borderlands. I don't want to play Borderlands either, so it ain't do nothing to me. The category says Kazaa. Oh shit, let me change it. My fault. Let's change to just chatting. Just chatting with your mom. It should be updated. I'm playing Kazaa tonight. Gameplay overview. I just feel like there's no reason to play. Yeah, you know, that's a good way of describing it. Like, my first impression is I don't feel like there's a reason to play. I don't feel inspired by this, especially considering there are about 40 other games coming out this fall.
Your resub
TK shit? I don't care nothing about TK.
Poison Ivy's only fans before Selena sees this month's bank statements.
Marathon.
Shout out to Lil Man with the sub.
Extraction shooter set around the mysterious and cutthroat world
Extraction
of Tau Ceti 4. You are a runner, a cybernetic mercenary who's given.
I'm gonna try it eventually. Web slinging
for a biosynthetic shell with unique abilities and stats, capable of both tactical and fast-paced combat. Here
I saw DK Bonanza. I talked about it in my Nintendo stream.
Across a variety of zones and points of interest. You'll face rival runners in zones of up to 18 players, countless security forces, and otherworldly threats. To scavenge the remains of a lost colony for glory and fortune.
All right, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, because I've never really played like an extract. At least I don't think I have. It would the Division's Dark Zone be an extraction shooter? Like, you go into an area, there are other teams you can fight, but there's also things you're trying to gather and get out. Is that what an extraction shooter is? Yes. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'm losing interest. I don't know about this shit.
The environments of Tau Ceti 4 are filled with weapons, materials, and equipment you can scavenge throughout the map.
You said play the sound?
Only lame niggas say that shit. Thank God, ain't funny.
You're gonna apologize to me for being a broke-ass, bitch-ass nigga.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
All right, let's keep watching now. I'm gonna keep an open mind. Maybe this will be the one to time me in.
Before deploying, you'll strategically build your loadout and select a runner to ensure you're equipped for the run ahead. Your objective is simple. Get in, gather as...
Like, what are these fucking character designs? I don't want to play it. Like, yo, it looks like this bitch has a shoe on her face. You can't tell me that doesn't look like she got a Yeezys on her head. Yeezy number 1, Yeezys number 2. What are these characters?
Objective is simple. Get in, gather as much loot as you can, and make it out alive.
It is the Division Dark Zone. Oh my god.
Gear will be up for grabs.
Roblox Dark Zone.
Loot can be taken into future runs as you grow in power.
Shout out to Tatted Genius with the sub.
I will subscribe
is
to
inevitable.
beating Robin's ass
But it's
into
never the end.
oblivion.
Think quickly on your feet and outplay.
How many years they've been working on this?
Next run, you and your teammates will be the ones coming out on top. And even if you're down on your luck.
Yeah, fucking Sony paid what? They paid like $10 billion for fucking Bungie, bro. That's fucking funny, dude. Bungie really finessed Sony, dude.
Caught you. Get that ass banned. Caught you.
He lied, man. He lied. He fucking lied, man.
Shout out to Bungie for securing the bag. Oh, Sony, I don't think you gonna recoup your money with this, man.
Can sponsor you with a fresh loadout, so you can get right back into the fight.
Oh shit!
Bungie brings its best-in-class first-person multiplayer action to the forefront. Dynamic and tactile gunplay. Runners with unique playstyle.
The gunplay does look smooth.
Customizable builds create highly dynamic.
Bungie did the scam of the century. The gunplay does look smooth. I'll give it that much.
Or high rolling with powerful gear. You'll need to use your best judgment when you decide which fights to pick and how. Because no matter how geared you are, players with skill and strategy will always have the edge. Marathon.
You have content creators lying about saying this is made by the same people who made Halo. Yo, shout out to YG Todoroki. Yeah, I mean, I talked about that on stream a few streams ago, where like people get fooled because like in the trailer it'll say made by the team who made Destiny and Halo, and it's like, you got to keep in mind Bungie's been around for 30 plus years. You know, there's a high turnover rate in the gaming industry. So the team that made Destiny 1 or Halo 2 is not the same team necessarily that's making Marathon. There are going to be some people that are there, but it's not going to be the same exact team, and that's why it seems so different.
It's designed to be played in crews with contextual pings, shared objectives, and down but not out.
What's the main objective? To loot and survive?
Death is not the end. And if you're the last one standing, you can overcome the odds to revive your teammates and get out with your hard-earned loot.
Yeah, the point is to loot and then extract.
If your skills alone are enough to conquer any challenge, we give you the freedom to opt out of crew fill to take all the glory for yourself as a solo runner. No two runs in Marathon ever play out the same. With dynamic events, variable weather, and unpredictable players, you'll have to adapt on the fly if you want to survive. Each run has a time limit, and anything can happen while you're chasing your objective.
See, what would have sold me, because my concern about this game with these extraction shooters is the entire purpose is to get in and loot and then get out. To me, that feels like it's going to get boring after about 2 or 3 games, right? But they say there's going to be dynamic events in the game. You don't have to show me everything, but give me 1 or 2 examples of what is different between rounds, because they said we have dynamic events and then we have rain. Nigga, who cares? Like, what? Ooh, like, get the fuck out of here. We've got rain. Oh, shit. That's not going to make me want to keep playing the fucking game if the goal is just to extract loot. We've got rain.
Looking to unlock upgrades or increase your faction reputation? Slip into the shadows as Void and ghost past your enemies. Search the map for rare materials and profit opportunities without being discovered. Want to push enemy teams and steal their loot? Bring in Glitch with agility implants and your strongest weapons to disrupt rival crews. Running support for your friends? Grab extra equipment, shield charges, and a specialized backpack to be the lifeline they need.
You go into a new game mode? No, it's only an extraction shooter.
You're always free to experiment with team compositions, and the only limit to how you want to play your runner is your loot and imagination.
How many characters? Does anybody know how many characters will be there at launch? Because they're talking about team composition. They're showing the same 3 characters.
Game challenges, ranked play, discovering secrets, seasonal storytelling, community.
Like 6, like 8. Who got the fucking number? How many characters will be in Marathon at launch, Bungie? What? Marathon reveals 4 classes with 2 more coming at launch. There's 6 classes, that's it? So the only game mode is you get loot and you leave. And there's only 6 classes. Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
This ain't it, Chief. That's what I would have told you.
I don't know about this one, chat.
Mods, clean up the chat. Get this bitch ass nigga out of here.
You said hit it again?
This ain't it, Chief. That's what I would have told you.
How about I post a picture of me busting a nut in your face? Get that ass banned.
3 maps? Are you being serious? There's only 3 maps. Marathon is a paid game with 3 maps at fucking launch.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
He lied, man. He lied. He fucking lied,
Fuck
man.
Nigga. Fuck
Talk
that
to him,
bitch.
Pop.
Fuck that whole team, nigga. I'ma smack the shit out that bitch ass.
Now, we gonna try to get fit.
I don't know about this one, chat. I don't know about this one. Ugh. So there's 1 game mode, 6 characters, 3 maps, and the only game mode is you just loot. So this is a glorified Steam early access survival game. Okay.
All await you in
Like, why would I play this over Escape from Tarkov?
Will start to unravel the mysteries of Tau Ceti 4. Remember, You're only
Shout out to JK Kings with the subs.
from
The
the next
idea
big
of Shadow
score.
having a BBC. Only Sonic wields that type of power.
But like, what is there a story to this? What are we working towards? Are we working towards anything? I don't understand the point of me dropping in and just getting loot and leaving. That doesn't sound fun to me. I don't know, chat. I don't know, man. This game's sounding a little fraudulent. Yeah, if this game was free, I think that'd be cool. But like, they're charging for this. I don't know, man. I think Concord had more content. Matter of fact, I don't think I know because I played Concord. Concord had like fucking 14 characters at launch. It had multiple game modes. It had a story mode. I think Concord had more content than this, bruh. I don't know, chat. I don't know, man. But on the flip side, it's like, it's also funny to me because I really don't give a fuck about a corporation. So I'm also going to cloud out Bungie for finessing Sony, man. Shout out to Bungie for finessing Sony out of that $10 billion. You niggas are stupid. So now we got The Last of Us Remastered Collection and Marathon. What up, Cammy? This is fucking funny, man. I don't know about this game. First impressions, I'm not interested. First impressions off that trailer, I was like unimpressed. I was kind of in the middle, like I try it, but like I'm not gonna lie, after watching the gameplay overview, I don't want to try this game. Like I'm not, and they're charging for this, so I don't know about this, chat. Maybe another trailer will save us, but I don't know. Here for the NFL draft pick sound. Shout out to the Niles with the $2 super chat. You said you want to hear it. Here's one more from Marathon. This is the same thing when EA told BioWare to make Anthem. Yeah, Marathon Remastered Ultimate Edition coming next year. I got some articles on it too. Let me pull up this giant. Let's see. Bungie wants Marathon to be a social extraction experience, but the game doesn't have proximity chat. $40 game with 6 characters, 3 maps, no voice chat. It has been confirmed, multiplayer only. It's been confirmed that Bungie's Marathon will not have proximity chat, despite the developers wanting the game to be a social extraction experience. The news of no proximity chat came via a new interview with PC Gamer. Game director Joe Ziegler told PC Gaming that they don't have a solution yet when it comes to toxicity that proximity chat brings to players. Yo, I'm so sick of this shit. Let the gamers decide. If I don't like what somebody's saying, I'll mute them. But stop trying to tell us what to do. Said that's such a bullshit cop out. I just don't think it was in the plans, and I think they were genuinely surprised at PC Gamer. Shout out to PC Gamer for asking the hard questions. You just didn't expect nobody to ask that question, and you was hoping you would get to the launch day, and then people find out there's no fucking voice chat. But by the time you find out, it's like, gotcha, I already got your fucking money. It's a multiplayer game. It should have voice chat. A multiplayer game that's supposed to be about teamwork and extraction to stop toxicity. Who gives a fuck? I hop on multiplayer games to get toxic, bitch. Nigga ain't acting right. I'm gonna hop on the mic and tell him eat a dick. I don't think anyone really has a good solution to just yet, because we're so dedicated to making sure that we're creating a safe space where we don't have players just flaming each other or doing terrible things to one another. What are you, my mother? I think we're not ready to invest in proximity chat until we have a solution. The average gamer is 35 years old. You're not my mother, bro. Just put tools in place where you can mute people. It's not that fucking hard. You're making a team-based extraction shooter when nobody can talk to. The shit already looks boring, I'm not gonna lie. But then we can't even talk to random teammates. Because I mean, if I'm playing with my friends, I'll be in Discord. But what about the people who don't have friends? That's a lot of you niggas. What about them? They need somebody to talk to. The comments are following an interview that we published in a collaboration with Jake Lucky, where the same day of interviews, Joe Ziegler told Lucky that they want the game to be more of a social extraction shooter. That's so fucking funny. They said they wanted to be in a social experience where you can't fucking talk to nobody. That's the biggest component of socializing, talking. Ziegler explained the key thing for us is making Marathon a little bit more of an extraction experience where there's a lot of value in playing with other people that you know or people that you want, and you all feel like you can create the adventure. So they're saying, oh, we're making a multiplayer game centered around the idea of you better have friends. That's stupid. Because for me personally, That's how I know I really like a multiplayer game. When I'm willing to play outside with just randoms, not just my friends, like I want to really grind a game, that's when I know I really like it. So I think proximity chat, in-game chat is very important because I'm not going to be able to play with my friends. Sometimes I got to grind by myself. In the interview, Ziegler gave the example of being able to be respawned instead of just watching your teammate complete the match, or another example of data cards where your entire team can cash them out. So if you die, basically you have to sit there in silence and just watch your teammates. You can't even give them info. However, I think a big point is being missed here, and the conflicting comments are a bit of a head scratcher. Proximity chat adds the much needed socials aspect to a game. While I understand Bungie's stance on toxicity, surely players who don't want to engage with proximity chat can just, turn it off. Ding, 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 ding. Yeah, Warzone has it with the option to cut off in the settings. I'm saying, bruh. That's me having little to no people to play with. Yo, bad. The problem literally solved itself and they want to be heroes for gaming. I think that's cap. I think they just didn't, it wasn't part of the plans and they were surprised somebody asked about it. Even the new Elden Ring multiplayer has proximity chat, and that's like the last game you would think they would have it. Toxicity was born in their game. Right. Halo was was the original Call of Duty. Like, Halo walked so Call of Duty could run or fly. Because if you was back in those Halo 2, Halo 3 days, that was the original Call of Duty. The fuck out of here, bruh. I don't know about this chat. Skill Up has more in-depth footage of the game, but it's still not looking good. And then you got Bungie developers out here. Not Bungie, but Concord developers out here defending Bungie. To call this game a failure before it's even out is wild to me, as Marathon draws some inevitable Concord comparisons. A former Firewall dev urges folks to let Bungie cook. So, ladies and gentlemen, people are not really fucking with Marathon, but don't worry, the Concord devs, they're here to save the day. But I don't care about any of that. What's it? Fast forward to now, and a post on the Marathon subreddit by Stephen Williams, a former Concord developer who's currently working as a senior VFX artist at Warframe Studios under the username Mr. Spug. I have been a long-time lurker for many years and rarely post to Reddit or any social media in regards to what's going on with the life as a developer/artist, reads his post. After reading the comments about Marathon being Concord 2.0 on Reddit, so they're calling it, that's funny because earlier I just said, I swear to God, I just saw they announced Concord. I didn't see anything on social media. I didn't know that the community was calling it. And that's literally what I said. I was like, this is looking a little Concord. So people already call this shit Concord on Reddit, YouTube, and Twitch. I just wanted to share a little insight to what a 40-year-old man is feeling after dedicating a large portion of his life to making video games. Outlining what was a gut-wrenching to watch Concord suffer the fate it did, and being pretty open about the aspects of the game that might have contributed to what happened, Williams wrote that no one feels as bad as the people who put their time on the line, hoping it will entertain the masses of gamers across the globe. Seeing faces of the developers on the Bungie stream gave me hope and excitement for what it comes for Marathon. He continued, I commend them for taking a chance, trying something foreign to them that isn't proven nor guaranteed to succeed. It takes a lot of courage. Well, first of all, that's cap. Extraction shooters are proven. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but extraction shooters are proven because you have Escape from Tarkov. Maybe he meant specifically for Bungie, but if you're talking about extraction shooters, you got Escape from Tarkov and you got the Division series. Those are proven extraction shooters. Yo, shout out to Black Leaf with the sub. What up, Ab? I think they also said the game is supposed to have a battle pass as well as attaching the $40 price. It's gonna have a battle pass. The Hunt Showdown's another one. Yeah. I really didn't want to be that dev calling attention to myself as I have a horse in the fight, William added to the reply, but to call this game a failure because before it's even out is wild to me. I will agree with that. You can't call it a failure. It could turn out to be good. All I'm going to say is first impressions, it doesn't look good. But yeah, I don't think it's fair to call it we won't know it's a failure till the game comes out. He meant for Bungie? Okay. Of course there's a battle pass. Anybody got any more info for me on Marathon? Maybe something that'll sell me better. That's 6 characters, 3 maps, man. I don't know. 6 characters, 3 maps, 1 game mode. You guys realize if there's only 3 maps, within an hour you can see everything the game has to offer. To me, that's kind of problematic. And I have a sneaky suspicion that the algorithm, the way they're going to distribute the maps, they're going to make you play on the same map over and over and over, so you don't see all 3 maps within an hour. But if it evenly distributes the content, you could see all the content within a fucking hour. That's crazy. What up, Dill? 3 maps. They better be big ass maps. I'm saying, don't forget. Oh yeah, they're gonna have rain and dynamic events. They didn't. When your game has this little content at launch, you need to show everything. What dynamic events are you guys gonna have? Because I'm gonna go ahead and call it. Those dynamic events that the game is gonna have. Part of it is the dynamic weather. But I also think they're going to have dynamic missions in the middle of the mission. Like there'll be randomly a computer that falls from the sky, from space. It'll fall from a satellite down into the middle of the map. It'll be a computer. And they'll be like, hey, dynamic event starting in 30 seconds. Get there with your team. You get there with your team, right? It's a fucking computer and you're going to have to defend it for 2 minutes against other teams as well as AI robots. Because what? Bungie doesn't really know how to cook up a proper mission these days for some reason, which is crazy because this is the same team that made the Halo franchise. But these days, they're pretty much known for defending computer missions. But I have a sneaky suspicion that these dynamic events are going to be computers falling out of the sky, and then we're going to have to defend the computer just like Destiny 2. Is Helldivers 2 not considered an extraction shooter? Yeah, I guess you could say it is, but I think what's different with Helldivers 2 is it's full of actual proper dynamic events, lore, and they're constantly dropping content. Helldivers 2 had way more content at launch in comparison to Marathon, but I guess sort of you could say, because I mean you're getting in and out. At the end, you do extract. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Remember that article that nobody rose their hand about wanting to play? I asked Ethos during the reveal and he implied he knew something. Damn, so that article is true. If y'all don't know what he's talking about, I talked about this on stream. There's an article that came out last year that they flew some content creators out to play Marathon early, and then they sat them down in a room and they said who would play this game if they had the chance today, and nobody rose their hand. And he's implying Ethos might have knew something. Damn. Let me find out this shit ass. Yo, Helldivers is an extraction shooter just like Deep Rock Galactic. You don't really need to extract in Helldivers, but it's a component. That's why I can see some people saying that. It just really sucks seeing Bungie make the same mistakes as Destiny by dropping with little to no content. I saw the devs at the event was like, the 4th map is insane and innovative, but what the hell is not? Why is it? Yeah, like, delay the game, bro. Is there a fucking story in this game? Might be a reach, but I just finished South to Midnight. It's my game of the year. Okay. Everybody who's played that game, they seem to really like it. But yeah, that's my first impressions of Marathon. First impressions, not impressed. There's a lot of games coming out. They're gonna have to come a little bit harder than that, guys. Pause. Do you think Bungie is cooked if Marathon flops? No. If Marathon flops because Bungie is such a big name, I would give them one more game before I say they're cooked. Because Sony didn't just buy them to get rid of them. So I would say if Marathon flops, Sony would probably give them one more chance. But if that next game flops, then I would say, yeah, they're probably on the chopping block, unfortunately. But nah, I wouldn't say quite yet. Because, I mean, to be fair, Destiny 2 was a success for the most part. It's just Sony bought Bungie at the tail end of Destiny 2, so they didn't really get to reap the rewards of Destiny 2. Maybe, but Sony will. Oh, yeah, for sure. I don't think they'll axe them, but if this game flops, Sony will tighten that leash. Nah, for sure. Sony's going to be like, you know what, Bungie? Your little experiment with that extraction shooter fucking sucks. You know what we want here at Sony? We want to see something that's never been done before. We want another Oscar bait, third-person, over-the-shoulder camera, action-adventure game exclusive for the PlayStation. We want you to think God of War, Uncharted, The Last of Us, Spider-Man. We need more third-person action dramatic games over-the-shoulder camera, because that's what we're known here at PlayStation for. You don't tell me you can't do it. You guys did it. You did a story-driven game with fucking Halo. Just pull the camera back. Let us see Master Chief's shoulders. The Last of Us Collector Deluxe Edition with Bungie. Yeah, in 2 years, Naughty Dog is going to come out with that shit. The Last of Us Collector's Edition. It'll come with all seasons of the TV show, all the games remastered, and a steel case book for fucking $200. Fuck you, Naughty Dog. What else I got for y'all? The push for extraction shooters to replace BRs is failing. I think the genre is boring. I don't really. I'd rather play a more traditional multiplayer game, than an extraction shooter. It just doesn't do it for me. I don't know. They got to add some depth to it. Maybe somebody needs to innovate it. But right now, it's not looking too hot for me. It's crazy. For almost 2 decades, niggas clowned Xbox, but only having Gears, Forza, and Halo. Now Sony is in the same position. They're in a similar position, but it's the Sony ponies won't recognize it until about 5 years too late. $200 is low with everything going on. It's going to be at least $600. Maybe. Don't forget a CD, not a vinyl of the last. Yeah, it's going to have a CD of the soundtrack with some bonus art and shit. I don't know about Marathon Chat. That was underwhelming. Speaking of Game Pass, though, we got an announcement that another game is coming to Game Pass, and although Marathon is getting shat on, one game that's been getting a lot of love on my timeline, as well as like YouTube videos, is Rematch. This is a new arcade soccer game from the creators of Sifu. Very random that they made a soccer game, but I've seen a lot of people streaming this, and people seem to really love it. It is coming to Game Pass on June 19th. It'll be free. It's also coming to PS5, but if you have Game Pass on Xbox or PC, you'll be able to try it out for free. So we'll definitely be on that. I've seen people playing the beta. I'm like, oh man, there's too many fucking games. This looks like it might scratch that FIFA itch, man. That FIFA street itch. If you haven't seen the game here, I've seen people pull off some crazy trick shots. Been playing the beta test. It's fun. We need more arcade sports games, man. Here's our sweepers. Yeah, it's made by the people who made Sifu. This looks like a game that was just designed to be fun. After playing South of Midnight, I'm fiending for more colorful games. Bring vibrancy back, man. Is it free or you gotta pay? It's free on Game Pass, but PS5 people gotta pay. Do they have a license agreement to use FIFA teams or like any type of clubs? Nah, I think it's all creative teams.
I resubscribe.
Yo, shout out to Straw Hat Yelmo with the sub.
Oblivion.
Niggas will find a way to exploit and sweat. Yeah, it'll be fun for about 2 weeks, and then motherfuckers will be sweating on that shit, just like Rocket League. You know how that is. Everybody ruins the fun. So enjoy it while you can. I'm in Taking South of Midnight in slow. It's a very good game. Okay. If you never played a game on Game Pass, you get it for like $1 for a 14-day trial. Yes. It's just home versus away, no real teams. Yeah, as long as the gameplay's fun, I don't really give a fuck about teams. That shit look good. Just know, coming to Game Pass. It is coming to Game Pass. What else I got for ya? If anybody's looking for, if you're gaming on a budget, Metro 2033 Redux is currently free on Xbox, PC, Steam, and GOG for the next 48 hours. It ends April 16th. You got 2 days. Search it up. If you haven't played, Metro is a very underrated first-person shooter. Really good game. This is the remaster.
PD to look the other way.
Yeah, Metro series is goated. It's a mix of story, horror, action. Very solid game. If you want something for free, just putting y'all on. Search it up. It's free right now for the next 2 days. Well, this is just a tweet. Just search it on the store. You'll find it. Yo, shout out to Coronavirus Machine for the $5 super chat. I beat AC Shadows with a little at 130 hours clocked in. While it's not perfect and I didn't like the ending, it was a solid experience overall. God damn, 130 hours. Somebody in the group chat just asked me where am I at in the game. I was like, I got like 30 hours on the game. I hit like level 42 recently. We about 30 hours into the game. I still haven't unlocked the Black Man. I'll probably run the story next week if I can clear out the map. I thought TBH would be interested in that. Basically, BioWare was split into 2 teams with tension between the two. That's why the last 10 years has been kind of bad. Oh, I saw that story about how they had a preference for what's the name? Mass Effect over Dragon Age. I didn't really care about that story. It didn't really do anything. That's like internal drama. Hopefully they fucking figure it out though before Mass Effect 5 comes out. Are you getting gear for him still then? Gear for who? Don't spoil the ending though, Chud. Don't spoil the ending. Yasuke. Yeah, I'm getting gear for him. Yeah. I've been clearing out the map. It still gives you gear for him. I just can't use it right now.
Why do people
Yo, shout out to In Jesus Name with the sub. Appreciate it.
Only Sonic.
And then last but not least, Dragon Ball Sparking community, come to the front. It's been a while since I slandered you losers. You guys remember when you paid $100 to play the game 3 days early and then abandoned it a week later? We have some more. There's about 5 people still on the server. But they're not too happy because this came across my For You page and the caption is, I see why this game has fallen off, which speaks to how delusional the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero community is. Guys, the game isn't falling off. It's not falling as in it's happening right now. Nigga, it been fell off. You guys lost 90% of the player base within the first fucking month. You niggas are crazy. Maybe if you loosen the buttons on that fucking Dragon Ball Hawaiian t-shirt, these niggas be wearing the Vegeta Badman pink shirt, tight as hell, belly hanging out and shit. If you loosen the buttons on that bitch, maybe you niggas can think straight. You can get some oxygen to your brain. This shit has been dead. Put down the fruit tang, the goddamn fruit punch, the tang juice, unbutton your goddamn Badman shirt and pay attention. But look at this shit. This is why nobody wants to play. Remember when y'all said this shit was gonna be at Evo? Let me ask y'all a question. Y'all still think this shit gonna be at Evo? Watch this.
What? What?
That nigga sounds like me. This is not a competitive game. It's not a serious game. It was a game for you to live out all your Super Saiyan fantasies. The shit don't make no fucking sense. That legit sounded like, yeah. He's like, what? When I saw that clip, I was like, was that me? Nobody takes this fucking goofy ass game seriously. So next time a Dragon Ball game comes out in 20 years from now, and y'all get excited, I'm gonna be old as hell. I'm like, man, you bitch ass niggas need to shut up. I know y'all want to be fucking Piccolo. I know you want to be Vegeta and Goku. I'm happy for you, but it's not going to be competitive. Also, everything doesn't need to be competitive to be fun. What happened to just playing some games with your boys? If y'all would have did that in the first place, the game would have never died, but y'all didn't listen. As soon as the game came out, y'all tried to set up tournaments. Niggas is catching flights across the country to fight over $50, bro. You fucking kidding me? Shut up.